Now at 11, a push to get more people to the polls. Community leaders, event organizers, even celebrities encouraging folks to get out and vote early. Why and how, they say they're making sure everybody's voice is heard as President Trump and challenger Joe Biden try to capture those votes crisscrossing the country and our state this weekend. Tonight, nearly 53 million Americans have already cast early ballots, shattering records with less than 10 days to go until Election Day. But we start with the tropics tonight and a new tropical depression in the Gulf aiming for the Gulf Coast. Good evening to you. I'm Eric Von Ancken. Glad you're with us tonight. Tropical Depression 28 will likely affect our weather here in Central Florida. Meteorologist Samara Kokinos is pinpointing the latest tracks, Samara.
That's right, Eric. And as we take, it's coming up in just a bit.
And it is going to be close, Samara. We got to watch it. Thank you. Now to our Results 2020 coverage. Pastors and ministers from across Central Florida are in downtown Orlando pushing people to vote with a weekend of voting festivities. In fact, they're calling this Vote Fest. And we're getting early voting numbers showing young people are coming out like never before. This is according to analysis done by Tufts Tisch College. Take a look at Florida compared to another key battleground state, Ohio. The number on your left is the amount of young people ages 18 to 29 who cast an early or absentee ballot in 2016. The right side is younger people who already cast a ballot this year, significantly up. You can see this year. And that's the exact goal of Vote Fest 2020, to get more younger and underrepresented people out to the polls. News 6's Clay Lepard is live in downtown Orlando tonight with how they're doing it. Clay.
Eric 6.
Thank you. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis was in Southwest Florida today, and there was lots of enthusiasm as he and the president's supporters watched Mr. Trump cast his ballot in West Palm Beach. The president and governor are following the same playbook as they have when it comes to the state reopening, saying Florida and the nation cannot afford to reverse course right now. And breaking tonight, according to the Associated Press, a top Pence aide has tested positive for coronavirus. The vice president made a stop still, though, to stump in Central Florida today. He was in Polk County at Lakeland International Airport speaking. The White House says Pence will maintain his travel schedule. And former President Obama was in Miami today doing the same for former Vice President Biden and Senator Kamala Harris. And they are just some of the high-profile supporters who've been pleading with people to get out and vote. With more on the race to the White House, here's CBS News' Michael George. And don't forget, we're posting everything you need to know before you head to the polls on our website at clickorlando.com. It's got key races, sample ballots, and those important deadlines we've been telling you about. Now to the latest facts on coronavirus here in Florida. Even as the U.S. reports record-breaking coronavirus cases yesterday, it seems Florida is still holding steady, at least with the state's positivity rate. Today, the Florida Department of Health reported 4,471 new cases, bringing the state's overall total to 776,000 cases since March. But the state's positivity rate now stands at 3%. All health experts say that number needs to sit under 5%. The positivity rate, we've been telling you, has ranged between 9 and 4% over the past 2 weeks. Right now, there are 2,169 people with the virus hospitalized in Florida, according to the health department. Tonight, police say the suspect in a shooting that killed a pregnant woman is now in jail. Investigators in Broward County booked this man, 25-year-old Sheila Pierre, last night after his arrest in Fort Lauderdale. Last week, police found 36-year-old Christina Fulford shot while investigating a crash on Orange Center Boulevard in Orlando. Fulford was 6 months pregnant and delivered her baby at the hospital. Fulford later died, though, after being taken off life support. We're told the child is in critical but stable condition. Pierre is being held without bond. We'll let you know as soon as he's brought back to Orange County to face charges. We've seen the need in Central Florida. Lines for free groceries sometimes stretching for miles. How neighbors are helping neighbors. Coming up, the push to get families fed and the team doing their part, plus a senior whose home fell into disrepair, now getting more help after our story ahead, how one group is doing their part to raise money for her. You're watching News 6, getting results for Wekiva Springs, Hiawassee, and all of Central Florida.
Live with Eric Von Ancken, meteorologist Samara Kokinos, and sports with Ryan Welch. This is News 6 at 11, getting results.
Tonight, after the coronavirus forced businesses to furlough thousands of workers across Florida, one man is trying to make sure they can still put food on the table. This is something we've seen too much of lately. Long lines of desperate families waiting for free food and groceries. Well, now a team in Ocoee is joining the effort to make sure that families are fed. Here's News 6's Amanda Castro with how they're doing their part. And when you can raise money for those in need and have a little fun too, well, that's a win-win, and that's what dozens of people in Kissimmee did this morning. Groups got together for the first annual Brokers Kickball Tournament. It raised money for Teresa DeFeria, and you may remember we told you about DeFeria. She's the Orlando senior who badly needed work on her home, especially a new roof. The kickball teams were made up of professionals in the real estate industry. The games are the latest in a grassroots effort to help her. And since we first brought you her story, several roofers have offered to help with the project. The home's going to need extensive structural work, we're told. Organizers hope to raise enough money to offset some of those costs. We hope.
3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. And we have liftoff.
If the clouds didn't get in the way and you were close enough, maybe you were treated to another spectacular show on our Space Coast. This Falcon 9 rocket from SpaceX lifted off this morning just before noon. It marked SpaceX's 15th launch of roughly 60 Starlink satellites. And if you want to see the liftoff again, or if you didn't see it the first time, we put it on clickorlando.com for you. You can find the story right on our homepage. Meteorologist Samara Coquinos back with us now, pinpointing this tropical depression. It's heading generally in our direction. We got to watch it.
Right. We're talking about like the western half of the Florida Peninsula.
Yeah.
But still, we'll get some feeder bands in there, so it depends on exactly how close it ends up, getting closer to the west coast.
Sure.
Let's take a look here, though, as the lower mid-80s.
Kids are going to love it.
83. The parents are going to love it because then all the chocolate does not melt.
That's my experience exactly.
We're here.
Samara, thank you. Here's tonight's Florida lottery drawing. Good luck. And the cash ball's 3. Ryan Welch is here with sports. Today is exactly what UCF fans needed, Ryan.
Yes, indeed, Eric. Night.
Thanks for staying up with us, but don't go to sleep yet because after the whistle is next. 2 minutes.
See you then.
We'll see you.